Nails in the City, where beauty meets business. We get real. We say what others won't. No filters, just facts. It might get messy, but we always polish it up. Get into Nails in the City with Amazing K Nails. Hey, you guys, welcome back to the Press Play Podcast. I'm Amanda, your guest host for the evening, and I am here with Miss Emily, Miss Empress Custom Nails.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey. Miss Emily is the winner of the Amazing K Nails Press-On Artistry Competition, the Nail Dynasty Show for the Culture Edition. So we had a very fabulous showcase, and the student novice category consisted of the Juneteenth theme. And Miss Emily, she came through, and baby, she rocked the thing and broke the chains and all the good stuff.
Breaking the chain.
Baby.
Breaking the chain.
I love it. I love it. Miss Emily, how does it feel to be the winner?
That was insane. It was definitely nerve-wracking. I will say, I was terrified, and it was a crazy, unbelievable experience to be a part of. Yeah. So I'm very grateful that you were able to put that on, and for me to be able to compete in that. It was crazy. So I'm very grateful. My first place trophies are sitting proudly on a shelf at home for everyone to see when they walk in. It's awesome.
I love it. I love it. I'm so glad you were able to be there, baby. This was super amazing. So tell me, what does the name Empress mean to you?
So my mom thought of the name because my name is Emily and they're press-on nails, so it's Empress. And she wanted me to kind of keep it as that, but I was like, it's a little too close to Impress, another multi-million-dollar press-on nail company. So I said, what about Empress? Queens, royalty, beautiful ladies. So let's stick with Empress and, have a nice, beautiful crown and feel like royalty when we wear these nails. So I decided to stick with that.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And you got the crown, baby.
I got the crown. My little tiara. Still wear it proudly.
Yes. I love it. So what made you want to be part of the Nail Dynasty show?
That was the incredible Dr. Potts over at Center Street Nail Tech Academy.
Shout out to Dr. Potts.
Love her. Could not have done it without her. I mean, she brought this idea to me when I went to just inquire about the school. Like, I just wanted to see about taking classes, and I showed up, and I said, these are some of the sets I've done. She goes, there's a nail art competition coming up. You should do that. I said, hang on. It's like, let's reverse a little bit. Let's take a chill. I'm like, I just want to see about signing up for school. She's like, no, you should do this. She's like, you would kill this. You should absolutely participate in this. So when it started to come around, she's passed out the flyers in class. She's like, hey. She's like, don't forget. It's like, I don't know if I could do that. It's terrifying but she absolutely she pushed me. She encouraged me. She had so much faith in me from the absolute start. So if it wasn't for her, I never would have even known about it or had the courage to do it. So it's all because of Dr. Potts.
I love Dr. Potts.
Love her.
For sure. Y'all make sure y'all check out Center Street Nail Technology, okay? Because she out here bringing the people together.
Oh,
for
absolutely.
Sure. I love it.
Yeah.
So, tell us about your background as a truck driver. And how did you go from being a truck driver into being this award-winning nail artist?
It's crazy. Out of high school, I was not a good student. I never was. And that's okay. I didn't have a good GPA or anything. I didn't apply to college. I was not going anywhere. And I love to drive. So my mom's like, well, hey, why don't you look into this CDL thing? I was like, what is that? It's a commercial driver's license. So I went and I checked it out. I got my license within a month to drive trucks, and I've been doing it for 8 years now. I've done everything. I've hauled everything. And the highlight of my driving career was hauling entertainment. So I was basically touring with bands and artists like Motley Crue, Kiss, Boy Genius, Drake, Depeche Mode, and just hauling around all their crap. It's really all it was. Audio, visual, lighting, and then, I mean, cars, washing machines, whatever. They bring all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But we would sit at venues for days on end, and so I needed something to do in the truck, and I came across a TikTok of some girl doing her own press-on nails. I said, "Oh my God, that's a thing? I didn't know. I just bought mine from Walgreens."
Right.
So I had ordered some stuff, like a starter kit, on Amazon, had it shipped to an Amazon locker
Mm-hmm.
in some random state. I don't know where it was. So I tried it out, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I mean, I turned my truck into a nail salon. I had taken out my passenger seat of the truck and built my own like 7 drawer dresser thing, slapped a sheet of plywood on it, and I made my own nail salon in the truck. So when we're sitting at a venue for 3, 4 days, I'm taking out all the nail stuff, setting it up on my bed. I had everything, and I would just do nails, whatever I could do, and it became this whole thing. And people were like, "Why don't you sell these?" I said, "I mean, yeah, but it's a hobby. If I start charging for a hobby, then it's work. It's not a hobby anymore." But I just have fallen so in love with it. I'm like, I really don't want to do anything else. It's like I don't want to drive anymore. I just want to sit at home, put on something on the TV, whatever, and just do nails all day. I'm in love with it. So any way to express myself or someone else, I love it.
I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's
Yeah,
great.
that is awesome. What kind of feedback do you have about the show and like the other artists?
Oh my God, they were incredible. I felt very unprepared compared to what they brought to the table. Honestly, I was like, "This is insane work. I'm so glad I'm in the student like category in this because I could not live up to that. Honestly, they did such an amazing job, and I was absolutely terrified. I mean, T, when she broke out the headlamp, I knew. I
You
was
so
like,
big, hold on.
I was like,
You
"Hey,
being serious
Amanda,
here.
please tell me that she's in the professional category, because if not, I'm screwed."
Right.
You
I
know?
remember you asked me like, so how many artists
I
do
was
we
like, how
have
many
here?
It's like, 'cause, oh my God, I'm so screwed. But,
No,
I
no.
mean, the job that they did was incredible.
No, what you did was incredible. You
I'm I'm very critical of my own work, but I love to praise other people with theirs. I know it's like a very, but I mean, honestly, I think the only thing that I would have changed really is just trying to advertise more to get more people in there, because that was such a fun and cool experience. I wish that we had more people to experience it with us.
right.
It's spreading the word more and being like, "Hey, like, come out to the show," because if we had more of a flood, it would have been so much more fun. I guess I could say.
And that's
Yeah.
what we're gonna do in the next one, baby. Gonna be
Absolutely.
bigger and better. Hey.
Bigger and better.
So tell me, how did you approach your design here?
So, I will admit, I was not that educated on Juneteenth as much as I thought I was. So, when I started, I didn't really want to look at nail designs because I didn't want to unintentionally copy someone else's design, if that makes sense. So, I did a lot of research on the history of Juneteenth, and what I saw the most was talking about breaking the chain. And that was the first idea that started this.
The chain.
Breaking the chain. So, I even have the Snapchat of where I originally did this design, and I was like, "Hey guys, so I have an idea," and I sent out to a bunch of people in my contacts, like all my streaks. I was like, "What do you think of this? I want something interactive, whether it's spun, whether it, merged with another nail," and that's why I came up with the breaking the chain, and I think it's my favorite part of this set.
You guys. Baby, can you hold the chain up there so the people can
I'll pop
see?
them out.
We're gonna have to get a close up of these nails. There are chains linking a set of nails, and they literally
I took
break,
a magnet.
and they come back together, and then they break, and then they come back together. The girl said, "Choop, choop, choop," and they was breaking, and they came back together. I was like,
Alright, I don't know if you can get it close up here. Here we go. So they hook together with a magnet here. It's the opposing fist, and then they just break apart. And then the chains go back together, and they break apart. Breaking the chain.
That is so freaking awesome.
But that was the first idea that I had, and I originally did it with like a builder gel type, like the thicker kind. And it did not go well. It's like the idea's there. I need a magnet, but I need a small one. And it was driving me nuts. I couldn't find anything. I said, wait, I've got this stupid, cheap, like cat eye magnet thing that came with like some set. And it had 5 of those teeny tiny magnets on it. So I took an X-Acto knife and I just broke it apart and pulled out one of the magnets. And it was the perfect size. I said, no freaking way. So I was able to find a chain that was magnetic enough to work for this. And it's like, as soon as I executed that, everything else just started to flow.
So I've not seen anybody do that ever. So I'm gonna need you to make sure you make us a tutorial for
Absolutely.
the girlies. So
I can absolutely do that.
Because we're gonna need that.
Yeah, breaking the chain.
Break that chain,
I
baby.
thought it was so cool. But a lot of that, and then I saw the term free-ish mentioned a lot. So I did a little more research on kind of what that meant, and it more so applied to, even though the slaves were freed, it wasn't until a few years later that, Galveston, Texas had actually heard that, hey, slaves. So, I mean, for years, they were still under those conditions when they didn't have to be.
Right.
So I saw that term applied with that, and then, of course, incorporating it into today where there's still so much inequality and racism going on today where it's like, yeah, we're free, but are we? There's still so many problems with that. So I really wanted to incorporate the free-ish portion of that. And then, of course, I have the equality over division one. I wanted to put that in there as well. And then these ones I really liked because they kind of symbolize stepping stones. We're taking steps in the right direction. So this set really does mean an absolute lot to me. It was my favorite set to do. I mean, it probably will always be my favorite set that I've done. So
it's freaking beautiful.
I'm very proud of her, and I think I am just gonna leave her on display so I can admire her at all times.
So how did you the crowd react?
I think everyone really liked the break the chain. I think was my favorite part. And it was so cute, just like walking down the hall and stuff, like, hey girl, I loved your set. I'm like, thanks. And I'd walk away and you could hear like, which one did she have? Oh, she had break the chain. Oh, she's break the chain girl. It's like, bitch, I'm break the chain girl.
Right. Come on now. So,
I texted my boyfriend Nate, I'm like, I'm break the chain girl. Help him break them chains, baby.
That's right. Okay. So you won a Juneteenth weekend showcase. It's centered around Black culture,
yes.
90s nostalgia.
Yes.
As a white artist,
yes.
Did you feel the
terrified? Absolutely terrified. I even spoke to Dr. Potts about it because I was like, hey, listen, so I need a model. So because on here it says that I can model my own nails. I'm like, but I don't feel like that would be appropriate for me, as translucently white as I am, to show up and represent Black culture in this way. I'm like, whether, other people find it offensive or not, I don't think it would be appropriate for me to do so. So I was like, I need help. I need help finding someone to model these nails. And I reached out to a few girls, and I never heard back, but she's like, well, we can have one of the other girls in the class do it. It's totally fine. It's like, I would please. It's like, this is not a good first impression if I do it myself. I'm like, I don't feel like it would be appropriate. It's like, I want to do this justice. I want to do this right. I want to, I want to make everyone proud of this set, and I want my model to also, represent this culture. It's like, I don't think it'd be okay for me to do it. So it definitely terrified me. But I was also very excited at the same time because I saw that professional was 90s and I'm like, yeah, but I saw student was Juneteenth. I'm like, ooh, I have ideas. I definitely have a lot of ideas of how I can help represent this and try to do it in a very classy way. If that makes sense. I didn't want to throw too many, how do I word it? I don't want to make it too obvious or too one-sided. I want to kind of I wanted to make it beautiful, and I wanted to do it justice. So hopefully it executed that.
Baby, you did it just, I want the nails. I
appreciate it.
Can I have the nails?
You can have the nails. You're good. I've got a second set that I can display because I made these about 3 times.
Is so freaking
with the flowers in her hair.
Look, if she let me have these nails, I want these nails. For real.
It's all you.
I love it. I love it. So tell us.
Yes.
So, what do you have a style? What is your style?
I love eclectic nails. I want each one to be different from the other. I don't mind doing something of the same, but it's like all 5 have to be different. Maybe it can mirror, but if all 10 can be different, that is my style. I absolutely love it. The more the better. If you like 3D, rhinestones, chains, interactions, make that spin, build a sculpture, anything. The more the better.
I knew it.
Yeah.
We were talking earlier and about pop-up shops and things like that, and I was trying to give her like little tips on what what's gonna sell. And I was telling her, I was like, people gravitate mostly to like those classic simple nails, little Frenchies. You just seen the demeanor. Her whole, all of her, she just went down
like I know. But I need the
can
bad bitches that love the long, give me the XLs, give me the sculptures and the 3D, give it to all of it.
That's what I'm talking about.
The more the better.
See, I knew you was an amazing K girl. See?
Yes.
We on the same page here.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. What's one thing you wish that people understood about being a student nail artist?
Charging your worth. That is definitely a big one. I follow a lot of nail pages and I see a lot of aspiring nail artists on there that, are still learning. Granted, we're all still learning. And a lot of times too, I feel like they may be overcharging for their progress, if that makes sense, whereas others are undercharging. And it does vary between the areas that you live in and things of that nature, but I think that it'd be better if people appreciated the hard work and the intricate detail we put into these nails and for charging our worth, honestly. It may be pricey, but, that artist just spent 9 hours on that set hand painting that.
Right.
There's a lot of materials that go into that and time and just... Yeah. As soon as I met my boyfriend, the first thing we did, I was like, hey, why don't you try painting this candy cane right here? That's the first thing we did.
That's the hardest thing.
It was so jagged. I said, now you understand the hard work that I put into this and the very intricate, teeny tiny millimeter brushes we use. And I just wish that a lot of people understood that more, that it's not overcharging, it's charging your worth.
Exactly.
Yeah. What's the most you ever charged for a set?
Well, I used to give my sets away for free, so unfortunately nothing great yet. I never wanted to charge for them. I always, wanted to give them away as a gift or as a thank you or something. I didn't want to charge for my hobby, but at this point it's like, no, I practically own an entire nail salon in my house right now. I might as well be putting these materials to use and doing it for a living because I love it. And if you love what you do, you'll never do your job. Oh God, I have no idea. I'd say at least minimum like 70. Minimum. If I did better line work on a lot of it, I'd go higher, but for that sitting right there, at least 70.
I'd say it's about $100 set.
Yeah.
Not bad.
That's about $125 set at the very least because you got the chains and things.
That's
that
true.
breaks.
I have a lot of 3D elements like the flowers, the chain here, rhinestone, and then the flowers in the hair, but...
And those things have to be placed individually. That's a lot of work.
Honestly, this chain is the hardest because every time I try to line it up here, it'd pull it from the top. So I have to pull it back up and then realign it, and it pulls from that side. And it was the most difficult, honestly, for something that simple. It was the most difficult.
But now you know the technique now.
Now I know.
Right.
I've made this set 3 times now. Trying to knock my time down to be able to do it during the competition.
That's proper. Girl, that's what I'm talking about.
Poor
There should have been no issues on day of. You had time. You knew what the theme was.
Mm-hmm.
All you had to, the stuff was clearly listed. You got your, the scorecard and everything. Mm-hmm. It shouldn't have been no issues day of.
It took 2 days, approximately 17 hours, including an all-nighter, to create this set. And I remember, I think I started at like 4 a.m. because I was scrolling and I was thinking and I was researching it, watching TV. 4 a.m. I'm like, oh my God, I got it. The chain, like as soon as I got it. So I'm trying not to wake my boyfriend up and I'm pulling everything out of the nail room and setting it up in the living room, trying to get it all done. And as soon as that happened, the rest just started to flow. It was, so I did a whole one, and then at Dr. Potts School, Center Street Nail Tech Academy, shout out. She was like, "What do you need from us to prepare for this?" I said, "I need to do a run through because it is down to 2 hours. This took me 17. I need to know that I can do it within 2 hours." It was 3. Now it's 2. I'm panicking. I'm shaking. I feel like I'm going to throw up. She's like, "Okay, it's okay." She's like, "Run home, grab your kit, bring it back, and you can just, for the rest of the class, do it." I said, "Woman, bless your heart."
I'm so glad.
Like, I don't know what I would do without her. So I did a full run through in class, start to finish, 1 hour, 59 minutes, 56 seconds.
So
I'm dead serious.
don't y'all never tell me y'all can't do nothing.
Honestly,
I hate when people tell me I can't do it. Oh, yes, you can.
I thought I was gonna
I'm
pass
here to
out.
push you. I'm here to push you and to your potential.
Yeah.
I know you can do it.
Yeah.
You just gotta prepare. You map it out just like you did. Yeah. You did that.
It's like take it layer by layer. Know my
Yes.
base layers, then know my secondary colors, and then kind of start to go from there. Take it, instead of doing each individual nail, do 10 at a time, then do the next layer. Oh yeah, it worked out beautifully. I mean, I'm so proud of this set, honestly.
So, what advice do you have for like up and coming nail artists or
Patience.
competitors?
Patience.
Yeah.
Oh my lord, I have a beautiful mentee of mine that I have been training since Christmas, December area. She wanted to learn how to do nails, and so I've been teaching her everything I know. And she's recently started selling as well, so I'm very proud of her. And we will just FaceTime, and she'll be like, "Hey, how do you do this?" I'm like, "Okay, let me show you." Then I can show her right on FaceTime, and we go through the whole thing together. But it's a lot of patience, especially when it comes to a lot of intricate line work. Even I lose my cool sometimes, and I just kind of set it down and say, "I'm going to take a break. I'm just going to take 5. Just kind of, it'll come to me. It'll work out. Maybe I need to change my technique. Maybe I need to go a different route, use different materials, but definitely patience. Yes. It is very intricate work. It really is. So being patient, taking your time. I mean, I'll still take 9 hours on a set. It took me all day to do these. All day. But it's a lot of trial and error and saying, nope, I don't like that nail. Toss it out, grab a new one, try something different. It takes time, but it'll turn out beautiful and you'll be very proud of it. So
that's that artist in
that's
you.
the best. It's like Bob Ross says, they're happy mistakes.
Girl, I love some Bob Ross.
Happy mistakes.
I love it. Yes. So, if you could collaborate with anyone, a nail artist,
You. A million times.
We go collab.
A million times, you. We gon' collab. We gon' collab. I kind of love these hats.
Look.
But yes, absolutely you. 2 of the nail artists that I follow that I'm very big fans of is the nail bender, Sean. I absolutely love watching his videos. And then Vivian Zhu, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's Zue. She does these like portraits that are insane and like interact, like where they change color or like the dress.
I know her.
Cannot begin to understand how she does these. Yeah. And hers, again, take 9, 12, 15, how many hours? Because it's intricate work.
Right.
It's insane.
I love her.
So she is definitely one of my favorite artists. Sean the Nail Bender is another one. I mean, I've got them all.
Look, we manifesting these things.
Manifest.
So
100%.
I'm gonna see you collabing.
He does have workshops in Michigan. I think that's his hometown, if I remember correctly. So I'm hoping to sign up for one to be able to. I'll drive over there. That's nothing.
You gotta invest in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That is perfect.
So I would love to travel and go to a lot of these workshops to learn from these artists that I've followed over the years. So that is definitely a big goal of mine.
So what's next for Empress Custom Nails?
Start selling. I'm ready to start selling.
Yeah.
It's very exciting. So I'm doing a lot of 4th of July themed nails now. And then hopefully going to start doing some farmers markets and craft shows, things of that nature, to kind of, get the word out there. But the Shopify is open. I'll start posting on there. Hey.
Okay. We're going to have to post that link.
I know. Do the
Yes.
Shopify, but my biggest goal is to graduate nail school and become licensed. So I can start taking clients.
Yes.
And then doing them live. It'd be so fun.
All right.
I'm so excited.
How long do you got?
3 more weeks. 3rd weekend of July, we graduate, and then I will take boards.
Okay.
I know. So
Well, I know you got this. Good luck to you, baby.
terrified.
You got this.
I know. It's like I have full confidence, yet I'm also terrified.
You're
on
so
the inside.
smart. I already know you got this.
It'll
Like,
be great.
yeah.
This is also my only source of income, so I have no choice but to do great.
Pour your all into it and just don't
Yes.
give up. It's definitely gonna be ups and downs, but just put it up somewhere in front of you where you can see your goal, and that way you can have reminders daily about, so you don't get discouraged. Because there's gonna be times where
Yeah. Oh, there are definitely days, but my entire living room right now is a nail salon. Shout out to my mans for putting up with this because I don't know. You can't walk through there. There is nail stuff everywhere on the floor, like stands on the floor, and my rolling case all over the table. Both tables are just covered in nail stuff.
Wow.
Bless his heart.
Love
But
it.
we love a supportive man.
For sure.
We really do. It's the best, but no, it'll be great. This is what I want to do, and I'm very excited to help other people with, feeling great about themselves.
Isn't that the most rewarding thing?
Honestly.
The smile. You wait till you get out there and do those pop-up shops.
know.
The smiles these people are gonna have on their faces when they see your nails. And
Yeah.
when they put them up and they be like,
Well, it's crazy because I had a manager at one of my trucking jobs, and he told me once that he started to notice when I would have good weeks and bad weeks, and it depended on if my nails were done. And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, well, if you were having a good week, I always noticed that you had your nails on. It didn't matter if you didn't have makeup on, if you didn't have, if you weren't dressed nice, it's just if you had your nails on. And if you were having a bad week, that's when I would know because you didn't get them done. You wouldn't put them on. So that's when I'd pull you aside and be like, hey, what's going on? Is everything okay? It took a grown man to tell me this, and I couldn't figure it out myself. So it always stuck with me that whenever I was feeling really good, or if I was happy, if I was, very confident, I always had my nails done, and I want to be able to help other people if that's the same way they are, whether it's, having their hair done or doing their full glam, whatever, or having their nails done,
right.
like me. I want to be able to help them feel their most confident or their most beautiful or, their most themselves, whether they're getting ready for an interview or going to an event or just every day. Honestly,
Right.
that is my biggest goal. So,
yes. Okay. Well, tell the people where they can find you, so that you can bring all that.
Empress Custom Nails on any platform. Empress Custom Nails, you can find me.
Make sure y'all follow.
Yes, follow. Come get your custom sets.
Right,
And
Shopify.
Shopify will launch this July.
Hey.
Hey.
Thank you so much for
Thank you.
joining us at the Press Play podcast.
Yes, got our nails.
Come on.